Erico here, back again, uploaded on your computer screens. Be sure while watching this video to check out my Twitter and my Instagram, both by the same name. Rico is Erico. Also have a blog where I talk about East Asian culture and many things like that. Go there if you want to find something new, maybe some new music, movies, books, things like that. So this topic is one that a couple of people on YouTube have covered, and the most easiest thing that you can say about this topic, just to answer this whole question and this whole rant that I'm about to go on, is that Korean people basically just want to be white.
Oh hell no!
Basically what someone would probably say, but there's a lot of more deeper meanings to this whole infatuation with white pale skin. So I think a lot of people know, especially people that have looked into Korean culture and people that are probably watching this video and have gone online and have heard hearsay from other people, that Korean people like white skin because it goes back to the culture of the Korean people that stayed inside and didn't go into the sun, and then the people who were in the sun who worked in the fields. It's a lot of relations, kind of like with black people and the whole same colorism thing that we go through in our culture, but it's a teeny weensy bit different. It was like darker skin meant that you were poor, and pure white skin meant that you were wealthy and you had more money, basically. So Korean people, they really like white pale skin because they feel like it's very beautiful. It's a look that makes them feel just more beautiful. And some females, they try to acquire this look with makeup or just simply staying out of the sun, umbrellas when it's like 90 degrees outside. I mean, they not tanning, but they sure is sweating. It mostly definitely comes from just this infatuation with beauty. And it also goes back to, honestly, you guys, South Korea can be a very superficial place, and it's very much based on looks. And a lot of Korean people think that looks get you places. So this also, we can talk a little bit about plastic surgery, where people will get plastic surgery because they feel like that it will better their life and they will get farther in their lives just by looking more beautiful. It doesn't always work out, because sometimes they get plastic surgery and they look worse, or they don't look as good. Let's not say worse. Sometimes you can't tell that they had it. A lot of times you can, though. I can tell. And I actually have a friend who her parents told her, maybe you should get eye widening surgery. Maybe you should get your face shaved off a little bit. So then when you go to apply for a job in Korea, you will look prettier, and that people will hire you and you will have a better life. And I just thought it was really shocking that someone's parents would actually suggest that. And my friend basically said to her parents that she's not getting plastic surgery because she felt like she was already beautiful. And I was like, you go girl, you get yours, you believe in yourself and your own beauty and your own worth. I loved it. I mean, that's why we're friends. I'm not against people getting it if you want to make you feel better about yourself, but I do think you should definitely look more at yourself and your own self-esteem and your beauty inside before you think about getting something like that. So it goes back to that kind of superficiality that they have in their culture. But I don't believe, and I don't think the Korean people believe either, that being white, like being like actually the race white, is like the utmost beautiful. I do think that there are traits about white people that Korean people love, though. I do think that they like the wide eyes, and I've gotten compliments on my eyes too. And you know, I'm kind of like, well, you all have pretty eyes too, but they like wide eyes. I've had a lot of Korean friends that I've talked to tell me that no Korean people think that their eyes are beautiful. Most Korean people do not. They like foreign looking eyes. And you know, I kind of just like, oh, alright, I mean, I guess whatever floats your boat, right? For Korean people do tend to worship white people. And I have friends, and you see, the thing with my friends is that they are really real with me. I have some really real Korean friends who I just talked to, and they told me just straight up. They were like, yeah, Korean people tend to like white people more than black people. And it's not that Korean people like hate black people, but they said like if they had to choose, they would choose white people over black people. But you know, black people are still loved too, but mostly because of our talents. But the whole worshiping white people thing, that's for another video. We're not gonna talk about that right now, so stay tuned. But it's just sad to me that everything in this world, not even just in Korea, but America too, is based on looks. I think America, we kind of at this point where we realize that there are different forms of beauty and that not everybody looks the same. But Korea, I feel like it's still like really based on looks, just a certain standard of beauty. You need to look a certain way, a certain size, certain face shape, certain skin color. Now for the darker skin side of things, there are Korean people more and more that do want darker skin, and that is because either they feel like it looks healthier. Lee might be also a reason why, because she's like one of the most beautiful women in Korea. She's a darker skin tone. I have a lot of friends that are into bodybuilding and exercise, and they really want a darker skin tone. I actually had someone who like basically tried to read me and drag me because he was like,
well, you don't have it like we have it because you have a darker skin tone and you're a black and you have the genes and the genetics to build muscle and you're naturally big even though you don't work out.
I'm just like, whoa, hold up. I'm like, you really trying to come for me right now? It's not that serious, hold up. The Korean skin tone is very beautiful. I mean, the natural skin tone, when they sit in the sun and you actually see the sunlight hit their natural skin tone in that beautiful golden yellow color, I mean, whoo, it's beautiful. Like, honestly, I've seen it. I'm like, you all are beautiful too in your own right, because you can't always look at the outside people's opinions because they're not always right and it's not always good for you. But you know, have confidence in yourself and love yourself. And I say this about anybody, my own race, people going to Korea, because you have to have confidence in yourself or people will eat you alive. Honestly, Korea will do that too. If you go to Korea and you're not confident and you're scared that they're not gonna like you because you're black or foreign or whatever like that, or how they think of you, they're gonna sense that. You need to be confident. I mean, really confident and not care at all. And more people will be drawn to you because you're gonna walk out of the airport with all this confidence and they're gonna be like, who is that? You guys, I hope you found something that you found useful in this video. Stay in the real, be real, live in the real, and I'll be back. Follow my social media.
Just like this, maybe I'll